Welcome to the official Munzee Podcast.
I'm Rob, also known as Coach V, your host and the president of Munzee.
And I'm Craig, also known as C. Marshall. I started as an avid Munzee player, now proudly part of the team.
Each week, we'll delve into Munzee's mysteries, divulge some secrets, and inform players from around the world just what is coming your way.
So sit back, relax. Today's episode, we're going to talk about boosters, we're talking about bonus events, and we're talking about the turkeys, all the turkeys on the map as well. Yeah, you called them turkeys before, even the Scott bot, you called it I like that.
Well, he is a turkey. if people who've met him, they know. We got two types of turkeys on the map right now. But we're going to talk about how to deal with those turkeys in a few minutes.
Exactly. But otherwise, Rob, what else have you been up to? Munzee related. What Munzee stuff have you been up to, mate?
Well, we've got this little, note page that the two of us fill out. Well, I've left mine blank for this week for what I've been up to.
Why?
Yeah. Beginning of the month stuff, man. And if I told you, I'd have to kill you. So
not me. I'm involved. I know what you've been doing.
Well, yeah, some of it, but hey, people, I'm people. Oops, I'm playing the game. But I'm also, I'm running the things. I'm keeping the fires stoked. There you go. How about that? I'm
keeping the fires stoked. I like
We're rolling. We got things going on. Everybody, hold on tight for the end of the year. Man, it's going to be a fun one.
It really is. Mate. As I said, I'm back in Alabama itself, but I've been building up my little nest down here in Alabama. And when I say a nest, I'm talking about the Skyland loops. For instance, you can do a daily Skyland loop. I'll put out all greenies in a walk, and so I can now get rugged up, because it's getting a bit chilly, Rob. I can get rugged up of an evening and go and do a nice greeny walk around a really nice high school area down here too. So, I'm getting all the points. Now, Rob, we do have a new clan member in our duo clan. We've now got a trio because Minnesota boy is off the leaderboard and out of his clan and is now in our clan of the clan of three. And Rob, he's coming second to me. And of course, you're bringing up the rear as always.
I mean, it's a comfortable, let you guys feel good about how things are going at the beginning of the month. And then surprise, I just spring out and boom, take over. Actually, that's not true. We both know that. I might have plans that'll help me. I might, but
nice.
Not too much. Don't worry.
Not too much. Exactly. But in saying that too, if anyone wants to have a look at it and have it on their social boards, and what I mean by social board, like your friends list on the app itself, jump on, have a look at Minnesota Boy and put him as a friend on your friends list, and just see the difference between Minnesota Boy and Coach V. In regards to points, and who knows what may happen in the future. There may be another banter between two staff members, between Coach V and Minnesota.
I doubt that seriously, because we know how these things go. But if you mean some sort of a weirdo competition, See My Shell, the SMS squad, and Yeah. Could there be some sort of MNB
you can bring
Marauders? What about that? The MNB Marauders that are total accidents. We're just going to combine it all together. Okay. Anyway, that's enough talk about Tim. I mean,
and now we're just bantering, Rob, about what we do in the in the gameplay meetings. Just chuck our ideas on the wall, see what sticks. So
absolutely. So
anyway, all right, Rob. Moving on. The events from last weekend, there was none at all in the USA or around the world as well. So 0 events. So we don't have to worry about any of that because it was outside of Clan Wars. But we still had Wednesday Millionaires last week, Rob. That's right, because we still were in October, and therefore there was still the bonuses going on. So the Wednesday Millionaires last week was a Munzee Prof with 1.2 million and Schmitz Fam 4 with 1.1 million. On Friday, Rob, what were the points like?
Well, Friday we had Jaroslav Kass, 460,000 points, Cole Cracker 7, 258,000 points, and NZ Kiwi, 232,000 points.
And then on Saturday, NZ Kiwi came through with 278,000 points in first place. Again, Cole Cracker 7, she's now the bridesmaid again with 256,000 points. And Angie K. Pangy. Angie K.
Pangy?
Angie K. Pangie. Oh, I think that's a new name.
KP Angie? I don't know. Yeah.
AKP. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, 232,000 points for Angie K. Pangie. Then Sunday, Rob, we had.
Sunday was Cole. Cole. Sorry, she's in second. Fun. My goodness, what the heck? Sunday was Cruiser 5 with 293,000.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Cracker 7, 268,000, and Jaroslav Kos 193,000.
Again, I've said it in weeks gone by, Rob, at this time of the month, when everyone sort of takes a little bit of a breather for their Munzee because of the clan wars are over. Coal Cracker 7, second, 258, 256, and 268. So I think she's got her nice little nest set up as well. So well done to you, Linda. Meanwhile, Rob, the events coming up this weekend in the USA, we have Arizona, Indiana, and South Carolina, and around the world,
Ontario, Canada, England, Finland, Netherlands, and Lithuania.
Lithuania again. I think we've said Lithuania a couple of times now. That's
yeah. They
might be building.
They got a little group. They got a little group in there. They've been there for a long time, but yeah, nice. They go through phases. It's good to see them on the calendar.
Very good. Meanwhile, Rob, the big events coming up as always: December 7th, Newmarket, England; November 9 to 11, North Netherlands. 3 big events: FRLK's birthday, January 16 to 18, Munzee Mecca in Florida; February 20, Foley, Alabama. That's before the Bamarama Mega. March 6th and 7th, Munzee Madness. 4 events there in Central Park in California. And then September 18 to 20, Munzee Mania in Minnesota. So there we go. Who knows, Rob? Munzee Mania in Minnesota may be the weekend that Minnesota boy overtakes you.
Do you think it'll take that long? I don't know how many points behind me he is. I don't have any idea. I'm not going to look.
He's roughly around 60 to 65 million behind you.
Oh.
But in saying that, yeah. Rob, I'm now over 15 million ahead of you, only after a couple of months catching you. So, so you're not that hard to catch, Rob. I'll say that too. So play smart, and you'll gain those points.
I'm not that hard to catch by team members who have the resources that we allow team members to have. Let's make that part fairly clear, because
and that's the same resources you have, Rob.
Exactly. I'm just saying that so that everyone out there doesn't put me on their list and they're like, oh, look, he's at X number and I could totally catch him. When I get to a place with a lot of points, I can accumulate them fairly quickly, and so can you, and so can.
But your day to day, is not that heavy, Rob. Your day to day is not that heavy.
My day to day is filled with different types of Munzee experience. Yes, exactly.
That's right. Don't forget, if you are actually a host of a growing event, please reach out to me and we'll have a chat and go from there. Meanwhile, Rob, let's talk about the developments this week itself. The biggest thing that came out this week, I feel personally, is because I was very much, I love this, Rob. I really do. It was actually championed to me via a couple of Munzee players at events, and that is the Capon booster. Rob, let's discuss the Capon booster and go from there. So it was just recently released, this Capon booster. It is a booster like the other type of boosters in terms of, you can get double deploy points, you can get double caps points. This is Capon. So Capon is when people cap yours, Rob.
Yeah. So this is, when I'm talking to players, when I'm talking to normal people, let's call them that instead, not players. When I'm talking to people about what Munzee is and, what we do, one of the interesting things that we have that's different than other games is that we give you points for you going out and growing the map. You go grow the map, then get residual, is what I will call them, points from other players coming along and capping your Munzees. So I think it's kind of a unique attribute that we've got, and you've wanted this for since you officially joined us. This has been a regular conversation, and it totally makes sense. And I've heard it over the years as well. Of just a way to get more, basically points for doing the one thing that we ask people to do, which is grow the map. So I'm happy that this is out there. I think that it's a really great thing, and it seems to be working well. It may have taken 4 to 6 hours to make sure that every kink and bug was worked out, and some of that was due to me on the store side as well. But yeah, by the time everyone's listening to this, we should have everything all worked out. And if not, Munzee support at Munzee.com.
That's right.
So yeah, tell us more. Tell us more about this, because you championed it within the team. I think you telling us all about it makes the most sense.
Well, I've got two things, Rob, and that is this for me type of booster is a more of a thinking person's booster. Like, this game itself is not just about, if you cap it, you see it, and that's it. No. This game is a thinking person's game as well. If you play both sides of that fence, you're going to get the most points. And when I say thinking man's game or thinking person's game, it will be the fact that you got to deploy where you think you're going to get the most points because of these Capons. Now, if you deploy, for instance, 50 or 50 cards at events, at big events itself, then these boosters themselves, they last 90 minutes for one booster. And you can then activate it when you think people are starting to cap those cards, for instance. And then they've got 90 minutes to cap your cards. If you deploy cards at that event during that 90 minutes and people are still capping, that's adding on to the Capon booster. And the Capon booster basically doubles the points of your Capons. Now, how would you see this? For instance, you obviously know the stock standard points. In other words, if someone caps your greenie, it's at 11 points. Capon points, and now it's 22. But you've got things like resorts and the like, and whereby you share or you get random amount of points. So you won't know exactly. The only way you will know that that's actually working is that it should be even rounded numbers. It shouldn't be odd numbers, because if it's odd numbers, then it's not doubled.
It almost sounds like you experienced this in the first few hours.
I did. Thank
you for being the player amongst the team that used the booster in the first, let's call it 4 minutes, and you actually then sat there and watched your points roll in, moving further and further ahead of me, because I didn't. You also
that's what I do. So that's tip number one. Use this at your advantage when you personally think that you're going to get the most caps on your Munzees. What it actually counts towards. It doesn't just count towards your virtuals, your cards, and physicals. It's also on bouncers as well. So if you've got a few bouncers out there now, Rob, we're talking. If you get 200 points for someone capping your bouncer, you're getting 400 points now for that person capping your bouncer. But the only difference is you can't actually regulate when the bouncers are going to bounce around. That's all automated. You can't regulate that at all, but you can regulate the events. So utilizing the events, Rob, this is my tip number 2. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Then have a look at the times of those events at the local time in which it is. In other words, if I'm in Australia and I want to publish a card in the US somewhere, it's going to be very different time zones, extremely different time zones.
Oh, yeah.
But how can I look at that? Go into the camp hub itself, and you've got MHQ time in the camp hub. So you'll always know exactly what time it is in MHQ, and you can regulate from there. So make sure you understand the time conversion. Don't activate your Capon booster too early or too late. So
now you can activate. Is it 10 boosters that we can run at once?
Correct.
Is that right? Or what, 12 or 10 or whatever the number was.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you've got an opportunity if you want to sleep, and double your points while you're sleeping. Like, hey, go for it.
Yeah, you can. You can.
One of the things, too, as you were just talking about how you can't really guess when you might get more points as Capon on boosters, on bouncers. Yeah. What about, here's a crazy thought for you. What if you had a bunch of stars and some wishing wells around you, and you wanted to do this for free? You could deploy, whittles at those wishing wells, and if you've got a Capon booster on, those are gonna likely be drawn to a place where they might get capped fairly quickly. That's how most of my whittles are. They get a quick early Capon. They may not get multiples over time.
Yeah.
But the beginning of a month, let's say on the 3rd, if you're putting mechs out there, like why not run some Capon boosters, as the month begins, because that is a chance. So that would be a couple of thoughts for people who maybe don't have a bunch of stamps, don't have cards, don't understand how to deploy at events and that kind of stuff. That's a way to get large numbers from your bouncers. But yeah, you're right when you describe it as a thinking person's tool. It really is. If you want to move up the leaderboard, if you want to play this game, to the max, then strategy. That's what it's all about. Is how do you get the most points the quickest? And this booster used properly is going to be big. Multiplying that booster so that it runs for 3 hours, over the course of a Saturday when there are events, and you've got them spread out at a bunch of different events. Cool. Yeah. I mean, worth it. I look forward to getting some feedback on this from players, to see how did they do it. So you guys tell us, specifically tell See My Shell, how did you use it? What was it successful? How many points did you get? We know there are people who track all of these things. So
absolutely.
I hope it goes well. We've been excited about this, and the people voted for it. So we've given it to them.
Now, another thing as well, if you have a look, go into your boosters itself on the app, you will not see it in your boosters at the moment unless you actually have one in your inventory the first time. That's right.
Really?
It doesn't happen. You've got to actually have one in your inventory.
After this podcast, that note is going to everyone, and we will be fixing that before Friday, because that was a keep it hidden until it launches feature. Currently, it would be a bug. It is not supposed to be that way. So
there we go. Otherwise, it's in the in the boosters section. You got to scroll down. It's the last booster there as well. It's like a green color, so it's different to all the others. They do cost 90 Zeds for one. For what? 90 Zeds per...
Yeah, 90 Zeds. So it's 90 minutes and 90 Zeds, so it's 1 Zed per minute. You can see what I added to your notes. There. I'm sorry, I threw you off. My bad.
All right. That's okay. There is a special going on at the moment, Rob. A special pack. You get 10 of those boosters. You get 10 stamps and 3 temporary virtuals for $10. That is a limited time offer at the moment. And that is in the store, or the online store. So there you go. Another quick tip, Rob. And you taught me this one as well. If you're currently running a booster, say for instance you're running, I don't know, a virtual capture booster, you're at an event, then you don't have to go all the way into your profile and then inventory and then boosters. No, you touch the booster that you can see on the map that's already running. That will automatically bring up all the other booster pages itself, and then you can quickly click on which booster you want to use. That tip right there, Rob, is clutch. I've showed that to several people over the course of the last few months, and every single person I've shown didn't know that existed, didn't know that could happen. So you're changing the lives of players, Rob.
You're just making everyone's lives easier. Hey, by the way, before Sam messages us, it's not 10 boosters. It's 12 that you can run. So that's what I was thinking.
It is 12. It is 12,
because 12 times 2 on the 2-hour boosters takes 24 hours. So you do have the option on the Capon booster to run 12 of them, which will cover 18 hours.
Wow. So you can literally get it while you're sleeping. So I know, like a good investment, Rob. You can obtain this while you're sleeping. So I like it. Meanwhile, Rob, let's move on to the November bonus events. And the reason why I'm moving on to this very quickly is, for instance, you've got November 14 to 16, you got double points on everyone for cards and for gaming. Now, if you've got cards at events, what? You get double points already, and then the Capon booster is more double again, so you're getting 4 times the points. Look at that.
It's wow. What if you put it at an event where previously you were getting, 20, 25, 30 caps. And so you're getting a good number of points from that. Now you double that. So you doubled the deploy points and by using a booster, and then you use a different booster at the time of the events, and you get double points on the Capons. Like yikes. It's another one of those game changer types of deals, and we get feedback on how much various people like game changer moments, and that's okay. Everyone's able to play, their way and all that. So yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's going to be the time, November 14th to 16th. Does it make sense that you would be using this to get 4x on every Capon?
Wow. That's right, on your cards, exactly right. Meanwhile, I'll go through that November bonus events. November 7th to 9th, we've got double points bonus for everyone, not just premiums, everyone on duels and flats itself. Then November 14th to 16th, as we said, double points for everyone, gaming and greeting cards. And then November 21 to 23, double points again for everyone on greenies and elemental mysteries. So they're your bonus events. Yes.
Well, it's like, as this is going live to the people, it's already November 7th. Like, why are we just now announcing this?
Well, you tell me, Rob. You're the one that did this. So there has been talk about why it took so long to announce the bonus events, Rob.
Yeah, I was hoping you could come up with an excuse. How about this for a reason? We just worked on November, December, first quarter of 2026 as a team together, and this just got completely overlooked at announcing it before November started. So it's with our apologies. However, you'll notice that that we've kind of toned it down. Yes, there are 3 weekends because we like to cover a bit of space and time, but we've rotated some things out, and I hope that it's the kind of thing that helps people out with some of those claim requirements, because there was some feedback on that at the end of last month, and so anyway, it was totally by accident that we didn't get this out. However, we are already working on the schedule for December, and that should be released soon. Soon as in this month, as in hopefully not the second half of this month. We've got some fun things happening in December, and everyone won't be surprised by what that means.
Not at all.
And a schedule will be released when we release that information.
Meanwhile, Rob, you cannot keep every single person happy, and we all know that. So you're always going to have some people that don't like it, some people do like it, and that goes with every single thing that comes out with Munzee itself. And one example for that is you had someone like PJ from the Munzee Maniacs podcast. He put on there on the water cooler saying, let's not have any bonus events for this month at all. This is the beginning of the month. Like, he doesn't want any at all. Well, I'm going to say this to PJ. PJ, I don't want you at all, November 7th and 9th. Do not cap any jewels or flats. On November 14 to 16, do not cap gaming or greeting cards. November 21 to 23, do not cap any greenies or elemental mysteries. That, PJ, is your challenge.
You know what? The problem with you actually saying that is that that out of spite, he tends to say that he will, okay, fine, then I'm going to do that. The good news is that this podcast goes out on the 7th, and it will be too late for him by that point in time, because he will have capped some jewels. Like,
only some. But for the next 3 weekends, don't cap those ones that are double points, PJ. That is your challenge. That is your challenge. No, I'm saying that's your challenge, PJ. Because you know why? Because Sarah will, and so I want her to actually up her game a little bit in regards to the Sarah versus PJ. See?
Okay, so there's a good reason from your heart behind the scenes is actually to support Sarah. I got you, Team Sarah. See? No problem.
I said that bit out loud, and I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, there you go, PJ. That's your challenge for this month: is don't cap the double points. So
everyone else, get out.
Everyone else, get out there, play. Absolutely.
We've got this information in the news section in the app. We also have it on the blog, obviously, and social media. So check it out if you've already forgotten what the double points are. Exactly. Have a good time, everyone. Enjoy.
Meanwhile, Rob, moving on quickly, because the Gobbler mechs and Scottbot mechs as well, they're still on the map, Rob. The event's finished, but how come these things are still on the map? What's going on?
Well, it's because they replicated, they duplicated. They were out there, and when they were being capped, they were, boom, here comes one more, and here comes one more, and here comes one more. And that happened the entire time during the event. Well, the good news is that the event ended on the 4th, and so no more duplication is happening, but there's still both of those turkeys, as we discussed earlier, on the map. And here's what we want to do. We've got a team goal of clearing all the turkeys before Thanksgiving, because we just can't have any left out there before, good old American Thanksgiving, because that's our turkey day. So how are we going to do that? Well, we've increased the landing pads so that both turkeys, the Scottbot and the Gobbler mech, both mechs actually, both of those can land on more things in order to help people. And maybe, just maybe, this will be one of those ways to appease the people who've said my tree houses and my skylands, they're feeling a bit dry. Well, maybe we'll wet them up with some turkeys.
Yes, moist them up with some turkeys. Exactly.
Always trying to help.
Meanwhile, Rob, that moves into the question of the week, and this question came from Scott on Facebook. Can I get my own Scott bot? And I'm serious. I'm serious. Some Scott on Facebook.
Foster, that would be the question.
No, it wasn't. Because I don't think he's on Facebook, but anyway.
He's definitely in the water cooler, and he may not be super active, but he loves to comment on posts when he sees things that like this. Oh, I want a Scott bot. He'd be like, he would click love or whatever on that. He might chime in with like, yeah, me too. Scott doesn't have the ability, as far as I know, to give himself one of these, which is good. They're only on the Cappy the Unicorn account. And you know what, other Scott, which back in the day, we had a Scott that worked in the Munzee Marketplace downstairs, and his name was Other Scott. So we had Scott Foster and Other Scott. So for this, I will say, Other Scott, we've got 10,000 plus of these turkey Scott bots on the map, and we've got to deal with them first, and then maybe you could have your way, have your request granted, your question of the week, Scott bot.
Because after all, they are mechs, so like any other mechs themselves, they can act accordingly, as others do, in terms of how many times they get capped before they get crunched, that sort of thing, and go from there. Yeah. Meanwhile, Rob,
we've been known to do this, haven't we?
You have. All right, moving on to the tip of the week, Rob. This tip itself was me yesterday, Rob. I'll be honest, this is me yesterday, and that is, I think I've said it before, but it was months, if not years ago, when I said this tip, and that is obtaining your rewards for your random daily play. Now, what I'm talking about, Rob, is that you get the the virtual booster, for instance, or the virtual magnet, or the crowbar, for instance. The little rewards that you get scattered throughout the month for playing. Obtaining your rewards daily, because what happens is when I open up my app for the first time in the day, it pops up. It doesn't pop up any other time after that. All right, for the whole day. So I kind of lose track. I utilize Cup of Z by checking my points at the base of your Cup of Z. It'll come up in red, showing you that you haven't actually, you can obtain it, but you haven't actually clicked on it to give yourself the rewards for the day. And as you know, you have to give yourself that reward on the day. If you wait till the next day, it's gone, never to be seen again. So you need to actually click collect on the day. So, Rob, I use that. I then go straight back into the Munzee app. I then click on Cappy and go to the Camp Hub. Why? Because I can just click one more thing, which is the calendar on the tree, and that goes straight back to your streak page, and then you click collect from there. So utilizing Cup of Z to check your points, and then there's it's in red saying you haven't done it for the day. Oh no, I have to do it. Go straight back in the app, click Cappy, Camp Hub, calendar, click collect, done. See?
Wow.
So, yeah.
Now, Sam would tell us that you might be able to collect it the next day. However, this is a little trade secret, because I collect mine sometimes the day after.
No.
You have to have not played during that day. It will still show the little icon, and if you have already played, then you won't see it, so it's not available. I recommend that everyone do exactly what you just said. It's safer and it's guaranteed. So I'm going to support that. However, I'm just going to give us the Sam-proof response to this as well. You're welcome, Sam. I hope you're smiling like I am as I say it.
Although in saying that, I think Sam would still agree with me in regards to how to do it properly, just in case.
Oh, yeah. So, absolutely. That is the way to do it. We don't I forgot to get it. Oh, sorry. We do not supply those after the fact. So
no,
sorry, everyone. But just play every day and keep track of that. Great.
Exactly.
Great.
Very, very cool. All right, Rob, that ends another official Munzee podcast.
Thanks for joining us on this Munzee adventure.
Don't forget, subscribe, rate, review on your favorite podcasting app, and join us next week for another informative episode.
And remember, Munzee is more than a game. It's a worldwide community of mobile game players.
So keep scanning, keep discovering, keep that Munzee spirit alive, Rob. 1, 2, 3, PJ, stop
Munzee
playing.
on. Wow. I can't believe PJ got so much airtime. Hi, Kevin.